Hey guys, it's Chris with City Girl Homestead. So I wanted to make this short video today um, to address a few things. And actually, some of the comments made me think. And so I had to rethink my channel and me and what I want. So first, let me tell you a little bit about me. I'm a wife, a mother, a grandmother, used to be a sister, granddaughter, all those good things. I'm also a woman that's been heavy her entire life. And do I need to get that weight off? Yes, I do. Do we all lose it in different ways? Yes, we do. My mobility is limited, and it's something that I'm working on. And I think that once I can get more mobility, then the weight will come off easier. The next thing I wanted to address is my channel. I started my channel because I thought it was a calling. And I know that sounds weird, like why would God tell you to start a YouTube channel? And especially a cooking, per se, channel. When at the point that I started, I still hated cooking. I did it for so many years, cooking for restaurants and stuff that, and you cook so many years for your family, and it's something that you just do because you have to, and whatever. So, but through all of you, I began to love cooking again and love creating again. And it just became more of a passion. And I came up with the name City Girl Homestead because I do live in the heart of the city. For my garden, I use Jack's Yard. And I do have 2 planters out in front. And I learned how to can and preserve and dehydrate and, freeze and do all those different things. And it makes me feel good to preserve my own food. Or if I can get good deals on freezing that food or dehydrating it, whatever I have to do to preserve it. So yesterday I was told that I'm not really a cooking channel. I'm more than a homestead channel, and real cooks, scratch cook and things like that. And it's been kind of bothering me all day. So let me put across how I feel about this. And I hope that I don't offend anybody, because that's not my intention. First of all, City Girl Homestead, I do want to move back out to the country. I would love to be able to afford to have a cow and a few chickens and a pig and, a bigger garden. And I would really love to have a family compound, but that's unrealistic right now, and that's just how that is. I started growing my garden because our governor here told us we couldn't buy seeds. We couldn't garden. We couldn't do any of that. So to spite her, we started a garden. And we couldn't believe how much stuff we had gotten from that garden. And we started planting things in boxes. We used laundry baskets, all different kinds of stuff. And things were actually growing. Well, when I started my channel and I said City Girl Homestead, I thought about it. And after last night and today thinking about it, I want to tell you what I think a homestead is. A homestead could be in the city. It could be in the country. It could be out in the woods. It could be you living off, grid. It could be you fully living on grid like we do. It could be a lot of different things. I think since the economy started doing a lot of things that it does, I think a lot of us are homesteaders. And not in the natural terms of yesteryear, but in today's terms. Because, more and more people are growing their own food, whether it's just on their balcony in an apartment, or people like, there's a channel that I watch that she lives in an apartment and yet cans everything. She rents a she rents a gardening spot in her city. And so, is she still a homestead? Yes, she is. She preserves her food. She does all kinds of things. She gardens, whatever. So whether you have that patio garden or you have a great big field, you're producing your own food. When you can, whether you've produced that food, whether you've went to the store or the farmers markets and bought, apples or potatoes or tomatoes, onions, whatever it happens to be, and you're preserving those, you're canning them, you're freezing them, you're dehydrating, whatever. Guess what? In my eyes, you've now become a homesteader. As far as my cooking, I don't break down things in calories because I've never been a calorie counter. I came from an obese family, and most of my family are, and my grandma was a type 1 diabetic, so she watched her carbs and all that good stuff more. But I've seen people count every single calorie, live the best life, exercise, and die at 45 from a heart attack on a basketball court. I've watched people be 75, 76 years old, drink all their life, smoke all their lives, eat whatever they wanted to do, and live till they're almost 80. So, I think that there is good and bad, and I think that if you're healthy, that's wonderful, and keep it that way. My channel, going forward, I'm not going to just say, I'm done, I quit. I don't make a lot doing YouTube. Last month I made $134, and I do a video every day. And I've been doing this for 3 years. I have 5,000 subscribers, and hopefully one day, like Renee tells me, she goes, one day it'll just explode, and hopefully it does. But I do it for love, and I do want to build my channel. I do want to make it a steady stream of income, etc., etc. I love how I can stay in contact with so many of you because that is important to me as well. But going forward, okay, if you're a hater, and I'm not talking about the one that said I'm not a cook, I'm talking about a few other people, but one other person actually. If you're a hater and you want to write mean things, you know what, do it. You're a click and your watch hours. So, if you have nothing better to do than to walk around and say mean things about me or my channel, like I always raise my kids to be, if they're picking on you, they're leaving somebody else alone. So I live in the USA. You have freedom of speech. You do you. But going forward, the economy, especially when it comes to groceries, has become just crazy. I mean, even the discount store, I haven't been down there in 3 weeks because there's really not any amazing deals that I would drive an hour and a half one way to go get. So even the discount stores are hitting hard, you know what I mean? And, as far as cooking from scratch, I count that every time that you don't stop at McDonald's and feed your kids that junk, or Burger King or Wendy's or Taco Bell or whatever, every time that you sit at your counter and you put food on your stove, I think that's cooking, okay? Because, excuse me, you're providing for your family. Utilities went up, gas prices, everything has gone up. Food is ridiculous. Now, I try not to have a whole bunch of boxed goods or things like that. I try to use more, I obviously use canned vegetables and stuff like that, frozen vegetables, because when you go look at, especially off season, so many of those vegetables and fruits are so astronomical that people cannot afford them. I don't want my channel to be, I do want to do healthy cooking. I do want to do fun cooking. I want to do junk food cooking. I want to do a little bit of everything. I still want to preserve and do spices and do this and do that. Excuse me. This weather is about getting me. drinking lemon water. That should help. Goes hot, cold, 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 hot, and then tomorrow will be scorching. But anyways, if you can put food on your table for your children, for your family, for your grandchildren, for your husband, your wife, whatever it happens to be, kudos to you. I want my channel to be about not how to expensive buy, you know, like if you can get good deals, do it. If there's good deals like at Horrocks or one of the other fruit markets and I can get it, believe me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But if you can put food on your table and you can fill the bellies of your family, that's what I want. If, like, you know, that's why I asked the questions about, is there any copycat recipes? And so yesterday we did a Taco Bell one, and I'm hoping to do another one this week because I made 20 little burritos for what it would have cost maybe to do 1.5 meals at Taco Bell. So if I can teach someone, even if you have to use some kind of substitution or whatever to make it more of that meal that you would like at one of the fast food restaurants, but yet you can do it more economical and then still feel like you're human, that you know, everybody else is like, I went to Burger King today and I got this, this, and this, and you're like, that's great. I had a ham sandwich or I had a bologna sandwich or whatever. So that you can actually feel like you've went out and you've enjoyed yourself, but yet you've made it at home and saved a ton of money and you can enjoy those favorite things that you have. I don't want to be a channel that nobody can afford to cook what I put on the table. Now, the calorie counting. I have seen cooking channels that have, you know, 7 million people that watch it, whatever, and I've never seen them do that, you know, so maybe it's a specialized thing. I don't know. But I'm going to continue to cook what I feel in my heart. And I hope that all of you still follow along with me and that you want to be with me and, you know, you enjoy my content. And keep bringing the comments. I'm fine with that. Good or bad, indifferent, I don't care. I like to be able to answer them back and to talk to you guys. You know, I had someone say something, that one girl, about my cookbook too. You paid to publish it. No, I didn't, actually. It's through Blurb. I sent it in. Yes, I did buy my first book. But that's because they want you to look through it, see if it's everything that you wanted it to be, and then you can put it for sale. I don't have to pay for anything up front. The books actually come right from Blurb, and they come straight to you. So it doesn't come through me at all. My daughter-in-law suggested, you know, for people that might want a signed copy, that maybe after I get to so many in sales, that I'll have a drawing and I'll do one that'll be a signed copy and then I'll mail it to that person that wins. I thought that was a pretty good idea. But anyway, I hope you guys continue to stick with me, and I hope our channel grows. And I do think of it as our channel because as a group, we're going to succeed or fail, right? I mean, that's how it is. I will keep putting out what I think is good content. If you think I could do something better, let me know, you know? But I cannot always cook fresh, you know? We have bills just like everybody else, and, you know, we have a budget for food and for groceries and for this and that and whatever. We have a budget too. And when I stock up like that at the discount stores or whatever, I try to base my recipes around things that I already have here, whether it's in the basement, it's stuff I've canned, I've bought, whatever it happens to be. I try to base those recipes around that so that I'm not pulling more money out of my wallet. You know, because I don't know about you guys, but that wallet shrinks faster than it adds up. Like this week, for instance, I got under this new Boost program through Kroger. I'm not being funded by it, by the way. But they had a special for $49.50, and if you joined it, you got ESPN Plus for free. And, you know, Tom is a football fan, and we had no way to watch football because we don't have cable. So now we can actually get football for free. And they do deliveries for $35 for free because, I had that fiasco with Walmart the other day. This week they have marinara and pasta sauce for 99 cents for Boost customers. You better know I'm going to stock up on that because even at Walmart, their name brand is $1.62. So I'm going to stock up on it. It'll last quite a while down in the basement. And if you think about how much of it you actually use throughout the year, it's worth stocking. So I appreciate taking up your time today. I will be back for dinner. It's going to be a weird one. I think it's going to be really good, though. I hope. I just thought this would be such a great fun week. And, not a lot of people are going outside because it's really hot out there. Why not enjoy some stuff inside to cook, But there will be healthy recipes here and there. And, I encourage everybody to get healthy. If there's something that you can change a recipe to make it healthier, do that. If you have to change it to something that's not as healthy, but that's how you can put food on the table for your family, do it. Your main concern shouldn't be, it should always be your health, obviously, because all this weight is not good for me. It's just not. But, your family's health should be your concern, absolutely. But feeding your family also has to be a big concern. And with things as tight as they are right now, it's even become a bigger concern. A lot of the food pantries have cut back. Like even the homeless, they don't serve lunches anymore. And I find it so funny that we can think about the same person thought about, taking care of the homeless. Well, we kind of have to worry about home too and make sure that our families are being fed. And, when groceries are going up 20, 30, 40% and your paychecks haven't, you got to juggle. And it's for the very young families, it's for the everyday families, and it's for the retired families that cannot afford that high dollar stuff. So I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I appreciate you. I love you. And thank you for coming along with me. But I just wanted to let you know that, yes, I do think I'm a homestead channel. But do I think that I cook a lot? Yes. And do I think I have great recipes sometimes? Sure. Do I have some that are just not that amazing? Yes. But I think that we all do that. And do I think there's a little bit of homestead in all of us? Yes, I do. I think that as a community, as a people, we all have so much to offer. It could be a recipe. It could be whatever it happens to be. We all have something to offer. And I hope and I pray that I do have something to offer all of you. Know that I love you guys. You're amazing. I'll see you for supper, and then tomorrow, Thankful Thursday. I was actually going to film early today, and I found out I didn't have something. Dang it. Because tomorrow I got the grandkids at 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought, well, if I could do it today, I could take a nap as soon as I got home, but that's all right. So thank you, and I hope that you don't, I'm not going to let people's comments get me down. This is YouTube, and there's really beautiful people, and then there's not so nice people. And you take the good with the bad in everything that you do. And honestly, last night's discussion really made me think about my channel and what I want to gain from it. And I hope that when I do the recipes that are, cheaper and whatever, I hope that it's helping you feed your family. Because, hey, there's nothing more important than providing for your family. I love you guys. I'll see you at supper.